From America's heartland, this is GJRB, Clinton, Iowa. Now, GJRB presents The Last 7 Days. In this time of lawlessness and utter chaos, there's a program that puts it all into perspective. This is the program where men and women gather to discuss current events and how it lines up with Bible prophecy. And now, The Last 7 Days.
So, there's a thing on Facebook or whatever, so you drink 4 cups of coffee a day, you won't have something. You'll have a long, lingering death. Maybe not. But anyhow, probably try to drink that again. I stole my coffee. But it has antioxidants and it's supposed to be, good for you, up to a certain point. First it was none, then it was 1, then it was 2, now it's 4. I think whoever makes this report out is addicted and he has to justify drinking more and more coffee. Brian.
Wonderful.
His name would be named Brian, would it?
So
Either that or me. I live on coffee in the morning.
Starting to drink coffee. Access.
I tell you, I'm down to 1 to 2 cups a day. That's it.
Yes, what size are those cups?
This is a medium.
Yeah, 2 of those is equal to 4. Anyhow, I dropped 2 pounds in about 2 days, and I'm almost sure it's the coffee. It's not like I drink it black. You drink it black, don't you, Brian?
Huh?
You drink your coffee black, don't you?
Yeah.
Let's just like 3 creams and 3 sugars.
Mine's 1 cream, 1 sugar.
That's what you do.
I do 1 cream, 1
I
sugar.
know,
That's
I
it.
feel so much better. Oh, I feel great.
1
I feel
cream,
the same thing when I eat
1
bacon,
sugar.
so.
So
you got the fruit. I feel so much better.
4 orders of bacon a day.
Tell them what your weight is now.
First time in, I can't remember how far back, at least 3 years, it's down to 199.
Oh, man. I've got 35 pounds on you. I think I can take you.
You could have before, too.
Hey, Brian. No, I don't think you could. He's keyed up.
Yeah.
That was good there. Wiry as a spider monkey.
Yeah.
However, see me running across the parking lot, you'll know why.
Yeah.
It's
the coffee.
It's the coffee, yeah.
and my blood pressure this morning, instead of being around 150/90, is now 133/77. So, that's pretty good.
Pulse is 55.
I think that's from the bicycle.
Yeah.
Oh, I also have a new method of bicycling now. I had been working on, getting my cadence faster, trying to get it up to near 90, which I ride on a spring saddle, so that's not going to happen. You just start bouncing everything. But 85, I could do.
You went bounce off, though.
Anyhow, I would always tell my buddy Richard, Cedar Rapids, hey, doing my cadence, I try to keep my pulse at 105 because it's the best fat burning, which absolutely did nothing anyway. What was the other thing I told him? Oh yeah, I try to get up to 120 once in a while for good cardio and blah, blah, blah. He would always write back. I sent him probably a dozen of those. He would always write back. Said, well, how I do it is I pedal, then I coast. But Friday of last week I thought, I'm exhausted. I'm going to try Richard's stuff at the gym home. And I'm not kidding. They call it sawtooth cadence, where you pedal for a while and coast for a while, which I looked on Google, and there are some people that are angry, hateful, vulgar. If you even mention that you coast. probably.
You know what the problem is? People that are probably complaining
I
probably live
call
on
it
the coast.
gaining enough speed so you can coast.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. They angry with
it
you.
was pretty wild, how angry people were getting because somebody was suggesting. And this guy was like 50 plus. He said 50 plus. He said, well, I might be fine 3 inches, but I feel better when I do this.
Have that heart attack.
It's true.
That makes what they think of our brother Greg, who has a motor.
He was saying pedal up to 20, which I've never done on flat ground.
But the whole thing of it is by doing that, you can have a bicycle farther,
Yeah.
and it has the same result. Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
pedal farther, because you're more rested from coasting.
And
Yeah.
you know, that's exactly true. I
You're
did
not
that on
breaking any
Friday.
land speed records or anything like that.
No, you average about 7.5 miles an hour, which is still twice a walking speed or more. What was it? Monday I did it, and yesterday I did. Now last night I felt kind of tired, but generally I feel, I did 8 miles, I feel good. I don't feel like taking a nap. And the other thing is I don't feel like eating constantly.
Now, do you go up, like, Paul's Hill there? Bicycling?
That's easy. That hill is easy.
Compared to the one going down, it would be for me.
Yeah. No,
You
that's
would be
another
hard for
point
me.
about that.
Happy
I can't remember what day it was. It did happen to be one of the days I was especially, kind of just taking it easy. But I could have been in a bad accident 3 times on that one hill one day going down. Because what happens is they're looking to the left. They want to make a right-hand turn up the hill. You're coming down the hill. You might as well be invisible. They don't even look up the hill. Just pull out there. And so if you were ever riding a bicycle on the hill, do not be tempted to coast fast.
Especially all those semis turning into
Oh, yeah,
bears.
yes.
Semis,
Hang on,
you can be just a spot on the highway,
Yeah.
on the sidewalk.
I'm sorry for taking up
You'd be
so much
embedded
time.
in the sidewalk.
I do have to share this one photo here. Yes, well, this is fast. Yes, this is me after another grain truck has pulled in front of me. That's Chris Crum, which, on the best day I ever had and the worst day he's ever had, he's still 3 times faster.
Well, I felt sorry for the grain truck.
Well, some cars and some vehicles don't have respect for bicyclists. That's the thing.
I just don't think they're looking for a bicycle.
No.
It's like motorcycles. It's a damn tag on motorcycles.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not
I
always the
think
driver's
bicycle riding is probably safer in the street, if you have flashing light on from the back especially, because they'll go around you. But if you're on a sidewalk or the bike path, you're not there. Why would anything be there? I'm in a hurry.
Once you get to intersection.
Oh, yeah. And then if it's just anywhere on the bike path, there's other bicycle riders. Or people walking along texting.
Oh, yes.
Or blind
Walking and texting, and there's some places now that's against the law.
where you go down by the bridge there. It's a blind corner. If anybody's cutting that corner, you're going to run into it. And the same way down by the police car past Royce or Harrington's place. Blind corner, you can't tell if anybody's coming or not. And not to mention potholes that are big enough to flip you over the handlebars if you go. And especially on Paul's side.
Oh, yeah.
There's concrete that's raised up that much. There's just that surprise people walking don't trip over.
Where's this at, Red?
Over by Paul's.
Over by Paul's going down the hill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's it.
It's not considered Mars Hill, is it?
Okay, so we started.
It's called Suicide Hill.
Morgan Stanley has came out with an inconvenient fact that says electric cars create more CO2 than they save.
Wow.
Why? Because you have to charge them.
Exactly.
So much for the, what's that,
What is
pollution?
that? Did the electric companies use? Oh, could that be coal?
Public traded electric manufacturers, darlings of the environmental conscious left, were actually found to generate more CO2 than they save. As a stark reminder to our left-leaning political elites who created these companies with massive taxpayer-funded subsidies.
Al Gore.
Morgan Stanley points out that while Teslas don't burn gasoline, they do have to be charged using electrically generated by coal and other fossil fuels.
Okay, I have something, maybe this can get into soap, I better put this on Facebook.
That'll help, yeah.
You gotta add that algorithm.
So much for the environmental wigwig.
That place out there coming in Cash, you know, that used to be a cooling pond or something
Yeah.
for the coal factory, or the coal generator, you know. I talked to a guy that worked for him in the past, he's not working for him now, but he said, that's all being filled in, going to be planted over, and then in a few years they're going to put solar panels over the whole thing.
Yeah.
To add to the capacity or something.
That's a line.
How long is it doing?
Okay. Question. What is the largest profession in the United States?
Well, I don't think it's gospel.
Oh, I know the biggest employer in the United States.
No, the largest profession.
I don't think it's doctors, they seem to
Drug
be
dealing.
sweating.
Any guesses?
Largest profession. I would have
Like
to
Or career. It doesn't have to be like
music.
Realtors!
no.
Not realtors, okay.
Auctioneers.
Cashiers.
Oh.
They're going out of business in a big way.
Cashiers.
Oh, that would make
They're
sense.
going out of
The
business.
next two stories are about cashless society. Okay, let me get this. I believe that Cashiers surpassed manufacturing in 2002. Let's see. I believe that was true. A recent analysis by Cornerstone Capital Group suggests that 7.5 million retail jobs, the most common type of job in the country, a high risk of computerization, with 3.5 million cashiers, specific job now, cashiers, will be particularly hit hard.
Yeah, how many years? 2 years?
In a few years. Yeah, here it is. Cashiers, the retail sector as a whole, not cashiers, but the retail sector as a whole, surpassed manufacturing in 2002, and now amounts for 10% of the entire working population, or 16 million people, of which 3.5 million are cashiers. So cashiers are the biggest profession.
That's surprising, being that they want to be a kid.
But what I want to talk to you about is the cadoozle. The cadoozle.
Cadoozle, okay.
Cadoozle. The cadoozle was started by a guy in Nashville, Tennessee.
What's a producer?
It's a cadoozle. It's a grocery store without cashiers that had the latest technology and didn't really require too many people to run the place.
Sounds like
Called the
cadoozle.
cadoozle. And it was, everything was on shelf, and you fed this ticker tape in, and it dropped the stuff, and it automatically filled.
Well, that was back in the 50s.
1939, and it went to 1949. So look how long we have been talking about a cashless society.
Wow.
1939. They still paid by cash, but it was pretty much all automated, and they didn't need very few people. But the problem is their circuits kept on going down, and ended up closing. It lasted for 10 years.
Wow.
And the Kiduzel.
Same way with the food vendor mats.
Yeah.
So
Same idea.
So that's coming back because we have the technology.
Well, anyhow, that was started in Memphis back in 1939. It went to 1949. So we're heading towards that cashless society. If you don't have cash, you don't need a cashier.
Yeah, one of my friends, I was telling him, not about that particular thing, but cashless society. He was pretty angry with me.
Now,
there's always going to be cash.
okay.
So
Now this is a very...
One guy said, I'm not saying there won't be money, but you're going to have this mark in order even to use your money. So, and like you said, what's the point?
Yeah. So they go from cashier to cashier.
Yeah.
Cashier to cashier.
Okay. Now this is very topical here.
Brian, drum roll.
The new coin coming out. The new money coming out. Are you ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Whopper coin. Whopper coin. Burger King in Russia introduces the Whopper coin. Fast food industry's first digital currency. In what we believe to be the first global fast food industry, Burger King Russia has reportedly created a virtual currency called the Whopper coin. The company has reportedly issued 1 billion of the tokens using the Wave blockchain platform. According to Fortune, the coin was launched alongside a new loyalty program for every Whopper purchase, and customers will receive 1 Whopper coin. However, it's unclear if the company will accept the digital tokens as payment.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Whopper coin launched in tandem with its new loyalty program for each Whopper burger customer's purchase. They'll receive 1 Whopper coin in a specially cryptocurrency wallet. While the coin's wider use is unclear, some reports suggest that the Whopper coin will be accepted as payment at Burger Kings across Russia. Burger King's decision comes amid a thaw of Russian postures towards digital currency. After initially threatening to jail digital currency users, the Russian government is reportedly considering legislation to legalize digital currency payments. Earlier this month, the aid to Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that he would be seeking to raise $100 million to build a large Bitcoin mining operation with the goal of eventually claiming 30% of the Bitcoin network hashing power. The Whopper coin was officially introduced August 22nd. The introduction follows reports earlier this summer that Burger King Russia was planning to start accepting payments in Bitcoin.
Trust me,
So Russia now is warming up to the idea of electronic currency.
Trust me, but his buddy
Burger
Vladimir
King seems to be
Putin.
leading the pack.
There goes my coupon.
They won't be able to keep Bitcoin. Did you get the other one? You didn't get the big one?
How's that?
Domino's?
No, I didn't get that.
Oh, look at this.
Domino's now?
Domino's.
Oh, yeah, the self-driving.
Yeah, they have self-driving. They're testing self-driving deliveries in Ford. Yeah, and what you do is you give them your credit card over the phone. The thing gets to your door. You type in your telephone number on the car, and it opens up a door and delivers your pizza to you.
Worse news than that.
Glenn's going to top that.
A robot.
China and Ford are going together to make electric cars or something.
Who is?
Yeah, a Chinese electric car. That's real bad news. They'll probably end on the self-driving part too.
Well, what's bad about that, Glenn, is if we get in a war with North Korea, how's that car going to act?
People,
Yeah.
are all
I could write a horror movie about that.
cars. I have this article at home about in vintage news.
I always wanted to be the next Stephen King.
1906, a lady sitting in her car in a charging station.
Right.
They had electric cars back
They had,
then.
yeah, they had.
Oh, they were introducing that in the early 70s, I think. Something like that, wasn't it?
The oil, the oil company's not going to...
Back then, I mean, even if you had lead acid batteries today from one, it weigh a ton, but extra ton. They're super far better than batteries they had back in 1908 or whatever that was.
I have a picture on my Facebook page of one of the early picture phones that they were coming out with. I remembered us seeing this when I was a kid. Had the phone here, and then it had like a video unit, and you could that's starting to be a big thing. Picture phone.
The Jetson.
Yeah.
The Jetson.
Even with the problems they had with batteries back then, they were still making headway against gasoline motors until they got, self-starting.
I think they're still getting like 30 miles to charge or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
They only went 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, they weren't going very fast.
Could run for 3 hours then.
City driving mostly.
Wow. About what I'm doing now.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't look like my stock market.
Yeah. Wall Street banks warn a downturn is coming. An economic downturn is coming. They said that it's all the evidences of being a late stage rally, and they're predicting a downturn in the business cycle.
They never say when.
There was record closings, though. It's a big closing at lately.
I hate
have a
headlines
bone
like
in
that because if you know anything about like economics, it's cyclical. A downturn is always coming.
Yeah.
Followed by a rally.
And
Followed by a
and
downturn.
people that play the stock market will make money both ways.
Yep.
You know, selling
They'll make just as much money selling short. So that's what it is people looking to sell.
Yep.
They're wanting to see that downturn so they can make some money.
But they freak people out saying things like that.
Yeah, but everybody knows it. I mean, it's like
They're trying to, what they're trying to do is just push it over the edge so that they can be right there on the edge of it.
speaking about this, my son called me and he says, Clinton's in worse shape than I thought. He says, Clinton was in the news that there was 3 towns in the state of Iowa that's filing for economic aid, and Clinton is one of them.
Yep.
Imagine that.
That we're filing for state government for economic aid.
Yeah.
One of 3 cities.
Still, why do you think they're building all these low-income housing? That's part of it.
Yeah.
Reducing population.
Government. Remember, this is this month of September coming up here is a big month for national preparedness and FEMA. U.S. government preparing for black sky doomsday scenario. An exercise designed to prepare the U.S. for a high-tech end-of-day scenario has just ended in preparation for a threat that is growing as America's enemies focus on the attacks that could cripple America. Government efforts in this area are increasing, and as one expert puts it, it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. On Wednesday, an invitation-only exercise called Earth Exit 2017, which
2017, are they talking about the rapture?
Yeah.
no, was held by the Electric Infrastructure Security Council, EIS. It prepares for what experts is calling black sky. Black sky events are any catastrophe, man-made or natural, that disrupts the normal functioning of society and its necessary infrastructures in multiple regions for the extended period of time. This can include extreme weather, mega earthquakes, cyber terrorism, and high altitude electronic pulse, or EMP. EMP
Wonderful.
is a powerful burst of electromagnetic energy capable of destroying susceptible electronic equipment over a wide area. In the first report 11 years ago, the Congressional EMP Commission warned that one EMP attack could kill up to 90% of the American civilian population within 1 year through starvation, disease, and societal collapse.
We know there was
large-scale threats are becoming an increased concern with the government. Last month, 200 experts from 24 countries and dozens of states gathered in Washington, D.C. to plan for black sky events. The summit included defense and security ministers, scientists, engineers, non-governmental organizations. Also present were members of the U.S. military, National Guard, and adjutant generals, officers from the Homeland Security, Department of Energy, FEMA, NOAA, and experts from utility, distribution, and supply sectors. It's not if, but when the black sky event will occur. The time is now for each of us to do all to be resilient, to prevent, but also to prepare for to restore and rebuild. Says this person who is a former House of Representatives and co-chair of Florida House Working Group on Cybersecurity and EMP. And of course, they're particularly concerned about North Korea. Let me just state this again. The news were laughing, and a lot of people are laughing at the Koreans kept on shooting missiles up in the air, and they kept on exploding. Well, the truth of it is, they were all exploding at the level where an EMP bomb would go off. So all they were doing was testing their ability to...
Well, there was already a missile he flew over China.
Blow their EMP bomb at a certain level. You could come in with a ship, shoot the missile off, and it will explode. And
he just shot one over Japan here this past weekend.
Yeah, that wasn't. But
yeah, I wonder, if we had anti-missile capability that would shoot down missiles, and if that's the case,
if you pulled a bull over the shore, you wouldn't have time. You wouldn't have time to react.
and then if that were true, if there was something that could, would it be able to, like say, as close as people get to the United States, south and west and east, and all the shot missiles at the same time. One of them is bound to get through. That's all it takes is one.
Yeah, one EMP, electromagnetic pulse, fly out all the electricity.
Yeah.
If one drops significant size, in the center of the United States, you could blacken the whole United States. But you could, I would assume, sail up the Mississippi River.
Yeah. You wouldn't even have to, you still have to get it in the air.
Well, you'd launch it by the time everybody knew it, it'd be already exploded.
Wow.
Anyhow.
Well, there's a posting on Facebook here.
Well, I mean, if we get in war with North Korea, what we just North Korea be China.
Yeah. About.
But they got bombs today that if it goes off, they can kill everybody for many miles without even touching the building.
I have a interest in what the Bible talks about, fallen angels and coming to earth and them passing on information. Well, here's
my sister posted.
Here's another proof right here. Right here.
What's that?
3,700-year-old Babylonian tablet rewrites the history of math and shows the Greeks did not invent trigonometry.
Wonderful.
A 3,700-year-old clay tablet has proven that the Babylonians, so far, developed trigonometry 1,500 years before the Greeks and were using a sophisticated method of mathematics which could change how we calculate today. This trigonometry is better than what we have today.
What is
Wonderful.
trigonometry exactly?
It's like points of like fill the alphabet.
It's
I just
math.
don't know.
It's a math that
Advanced math.
yeah, it's math. Yeah.
The class I never took in school because I would have never been too good at it.
They developed it 1,500 years before the Greeks were using sophisticated methods of mathematics, which could change how we calculate today. The tablet known as Plimpton 332 was discovered in the early 1900s in southern Iraq by American archaeologist and diplomat Edgar Banks, who's the inspiration behind Indiana Jones. So the inspiration behind Indiana Jones is what found it. The true meaning of the tablet has eluded experts until now, but new research by the University of New South Wales, Australia, has shown that it's the world's oldest and most accurate trigonometry table, which was probably used by ancient architects to construct temples, palaces, and canals. However, unlike today's trigonometry, Babylonian mathematics used a base of 60 or six decimal systems rather than 10 that we use today. So they use 6 times their formula is 6 times more than what we use today.
Wow.
Because 60 is far easier to divide by 3, experts studying the tablet found that the calculations are far more accurate. More research reveals that Plimpton 322 describes the shapes of right-angled triangles using a novel kind of trigonometry based on ratios, not angles and circles, said Dr. Mansfield's School of Mathematics and Statistics in UNSW Facility of Science. It is fascinating mathematical work that demonstrates undoubted genius. The table not only contains the world's oldest trigonometry table, it also the only complete accurate trigonometry table because of the very different Babylonian approaches to arithmetic and geometry. This means it has great relevance to our modern world. Babylonian mathematics may have been out of fashion for more than 3,000 years, but it has possible practical applications in surveying and computer graphics in education. This is designed for computers.
So was that the first let no man behind child behind?
That's interesting.
This is a rare example of the ancient world teaching us something new. It goes on. But anyhow, a treasure trove of Babylonian tablets exists, but only a fraction of them have been studied yet. The mathematic world is now only waking up to the fact that this ancient but very sophisticated and mathematical culture has much to teach us. The 15 rows on the tablet describes a sequence of 15 right-angled triangles which are readily decreasing in inclination. The left-hand edge of the tablet is broken, but the researchers believe that it originally had 6 columns and that the tablet was meant to be completed with 38 rows. Plimpton 322 was a powerful tool that could be used for surveying or making architectural calculations to build palaces, temples, and steep pyramids, adds Dr. Mansfield. New study is published in Historical Mathematica, the official journal of International Commission of the History of Mathematics.
That was like 85 years ago, but they're just starting to figure out what they have.
Yes, exactly. And this is more evidence. This is what I believe is what the Masons call holy mathematics. This is what they describe as holy
Their
mathematics.
secret knowledge.
Secret knowledge. This
Holy
is-
mathematics,
this
man.
is- If you read the book of Enoch, when the angels came down, they gave men the secrets that were in heaven to building things and DNA makeup. And I think that this is all a trace to the fact that fallen angels intermarrying with women and how these civilizations are so advanced. I mean, it's like I said before. You can't tell me, and they're worshiping guys that are gods that came from the sky. Okay, these aren't aliens. These are demonic spirits that came down marrying with women, and you can't tell me, because looking at that pyramid at Chichen Itza, there's no way, it'd be difficult for us to build that today, but they had superior buildings because they had superior mathematics. That's the reason why even today, the pyramids, like in Egypt, are more corrupt than anything that we can build now. Because they had superior mathematics, and that knowledge didn't come out of the bush. Somebody didn't come up and say, "Oh, I'm going to use this sacred mathematics."
Or evolution.
Like I said, where Chichen Itza was, ugliest place in the world, and it's just nothing but brush. You just can't tell me that.
It didn't develop over time either. They didn't say, well, this plus this plus this plus this, and it developed and built. It was there.
Something imparted to them, right?
There's two interesting things about that. First off, is this done fallen angel.
Yeah.
And the second part is that trigonometry, you can never, in trigonometry, you can never resolve the equation because it's infinite. Right. This is definitive. Right. You can solve it. You can resolve the equation, and that's interesting because that's why we could never figure out like trajectory and stuff and how the pyramids lined up, is because we could never resolve the infinitive part of trigonometry. But if this is definitive, they could resolve that.
Yeah.
See, another thing too is they said that Einstein never figured out transportation or what do they call that? Was it molecules?
Teleportation.
Yeah, teleportation. And that's one thing he never could figure out, although he came up with the formula for E equals MC. Actually, his wife did. But anyway, the whole thing is now they probably could have done that if they had this.
Well, what's amazing is that this is really
Smart enough to figure it out.
Yeah.
program.
However,
I saw a picture of ancient, I don't know if they found it on a wall or where the picture, some kind of same kind of stone or stuff, people sitting at a table. There was a guy sitting at the table with his cell phone to his ear. And this ancient
There's another picture like that
there
with
was a
a
guy sitting with actual cell phone in his hand.
But that's not surprising because off the coast of Greece, and it's sitting in some museum somewhere. And by the way, this tablet's in the United States somewhere.
I just saw it.
But anyhow, there was a box recovered off a sunken ship off the coast of Greece, and it was 1500 BC, I think, or something like that. And it was a computer.
Yeah, so there was somebody with a cell phone.
Well, maybe
picture of
At this table.
was a guy at the other end named Scotty.
another thing about that is it's quite interesting that they're starting to figure this out in the days that we're living in now. And you think of a heavenly mathematic with the number of 6 and the last day of the week in a cashless society, and it's going to be part of a computer language. See, this is
You're exactly right. This is going to only fuel people that believe that aliens came here. They were aliens.
Hey, Ron.
No.
No, I was going to ask a question. If Babylon then rises, because we know that in the Book of Revelation, are they going to be going to that? Are they going to go back to that type of measurement? Maybe that's why it's being found or being. I'm just wondering because it's supposed to be a great city.
Has a lot of.
I'm just saying it's supposed to be a great city.
So,
City of Babylon.
this is like 5,000, 6,000 years ago, or something like that. So, did they have machinery then, like what we have?
They had to. They couldn't use those rocks without it.
Live long and prosper.
People power to do the thing, these amazing things they use people to do it. That was the
Yeah, that's what they always thought happened.
Here's my thinking is machinery is only a half step. Okay. You get to the point of this kind of knowledge, you don't need machinery.
Oh, really?
You don't need machinery. You use the natural gravitational pulls, and you don't even need. There's a guy that down in Florida back in the 30s, and I forget the story now. It's actually a park now. But this guy was able to construct this stuff. He was down by Tesla.
I remember that.
He built his place, and everybody goes, "How did you get these things done?" And he wouldn't divulge, but people speculate that Tesla was the same kind of guy.
Yeah.
You don't need machinery if you have this kind of knowledge, because you use the natural things that are occurring on the earth as your machinery.
Yeah, it's almost
That's kind of
a spiritual thing that you don't want to play with.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying that's
To keep things with Satan is
that's how he did it?
that's what they say he did, because he had no
Yeah.
equipment.
There was this guy on a YouTube thing that demonstrated how you could move huge blocks of cement by yourself.
Well, how do you think they built Easter Island?
leverage type thing you mean, or something different?
Move it with your mind, or
Yeah, I showed you how.
What
to
did
do
he
it.
do?
Well, he filled up these buckets of sand, and he tunneled underneath part of the block, and he put those buckets of sand on one side. He put something underneath it, and it acted as a pendulum, and it would turn it around, and it would actually flip it up on end.
That's how they built Easter Island. All the statues. That's how they did it.
They said by poles on Easter Island.
Well, right, but still, I've seen
Look it up on
pictures.
YouTube.
Science. Fiction.
Well, anyhow,
I guess it's non-fiction.
I don't want to take a long
live
time.
long and
but,
prosper.
you know, I just want to remind people also. I think that place down in Florida is called like the Coral Palace or something like that. It's down in southern Florida somewhere. But anyhow,
Tied to
also want to
Miami.
remind people that there was a very famous surgeon that was in the Roman Empire. He was in the I want to say 100 AD, somewhere around in there, and he first was known for his surgeries, and then he was enlisted by the people that put together gladiator fights in Rome, and then he was actually the Caesar's physician, but he could do surgeries. He could do eye surgeries that we just discovered here in America in 1950.
Wow.
He could do eye surgeries. He had already commonly done eye surgeries, and we had just figured it out in the 1900s. Now, I don't know if this is the same thing, but the point that I'm trying to make is this, is that is that it appears like, even in the advent of computers, that as a whole we're getting, I mean, if you take a look at 1900 textbooks, mathematics textbooks at schools, a lot more difficult than they are today.
Yeah.
It seems like that we're being dumbed down, and I think so that we will come to a time where we'll need the Antichrist computer systems operating the world.
Well, look at our early forefathers, the kind of words they used, like when they put a constitution. I mean, big words that we don't use today. I mean, they read books that came from England and had these big words. That, wow.
It's engineered for compliance.
Yeah.
Was this the Bronze Age or Stone Age? 6,000.
Be about the Bronze Age.
Bronze Age. They think that these are things with.
It wasn't too far from the Stone Age. Okay, next story. This I find interesting. Iran's new army chief says Israel won't last for 25 years.